Well, good morning, everybody. I think Amelia had a rightful place in the at the beginning of the show there, along with the big breakfast and a big fry up. I hope everyone's well. It's Friday. Friday's always a good day. Doesn't matter what's happening in your life. Friday is always a positive day because you know that you've got the weekend and you can hopefully everybody can take it a little bit more easy. Have a Sunday as a day of rest. Have Saturday as a day just chilling out with your family, with your wife, your kids, or your husband, um, or just chilling out on your own if you're single. So the weekend is always good, and there used to be that thing: do you live for the weekend and all that sort of thing. Every day should be a good day, but there is something special about the weekend, and I find Friday just a day when I can just chill out a little bit more than I normally would be. But you're all very welcome this morning. Let's start with the Word of God. We're going to do the memory verse. Then I'm going to play a little song. I think we're going to do. I think we'll do St. Patrick's breastplate. Now, I want to address one thing actually before I go on. Ian, if you're watching, let me know in the comments if you're watching. Those files you send to me, I have listened to them. I can't play them on StreamYard because they're MP3s. All I can play in terms of actually getting audio played, as far as I know, unless I'm missing something, on StreamYard at the minute, it doesn't have a facility to play MP3s. What I can play is MP4s. So if you want to send me one track over, your favorite track as an MP4, you can do that on Suno, and you can send me. You've got my email address. You can send it through WeTransfer. I think it's up to about 2 GB free. So if you send through your favorite track that you want me to play through WeTransfer or one of those file transfer things as an MP4, because I'll just show you what I mean. When I'm playing this, you'll see it pops up on Suno. You can save the file as a video, so I'll show you what I mean.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer.
Of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer.
Let's just read this memory verse again one more time. Psalm 19, verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. And let's just remove that from there. And Psalm 19, verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. So that's just about stuck in my brain now, okay? And obviously when the song plays, you get it with the song as well. Now, I was saying to someone yesterday, I'm not sure if I was saying it to the bishop. I think I was. I think I was saying it to my son actually as well, because my son's home from the Philippines looking for work. So where was I going with that? Yeah, so I was saying I can only memorize kind of one Bible verse a fortnight or something like that, because there's that much other stuff going on, popping in and out your brain. It makes it more difficult. I suppose as you get older, it's more difficult to memorize things. So what we'll do on Monday, we'll start a new Bible memory verse. We'll keep reviewing that one, but we'll start a new memory verse that we can hopefully get in over the next couple of weeks, so that we're just little by little, that the things that we're looking at in the Word of God are basically sticking, and we're actually getting to know God and getting to know His Word a lot better. I'm just going to play St. Patrick's breastplate. Lindsay, thanks so much for that. So that is really, really kind. Thanks a lot, Lindsay. That's massively, massively appreciated. Thanks so much. And I tell you what, these things really, really make a difference. By the way, Matt, I'm going to send you a text after this. If you, crumbs, he said I think everything's running out for him, isn't it? In terms of yeah. So Matt, I'm going to send you a text straight after this, mate. Yeah. Okay. Right, yeah, I'm going to play St. Patrick's breastplate and enjoy this. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant version of this classic, ancient hymn of St. Patrick.
I bind unto myself today the strong name of the Trinity, by invocation of the same, the three in one and one in three. I bind this day to me forever, by power of faith, Christ's incarnate, His baptism in the Jordan River, His death on the cross for my salvation, His bursting from the spiced tomb, His riding up the heavenly way, His coming at the day of doom. I bind unto myself today. I bind unto myself today the power of God to hold and lead, His eye to wash, His might to stay, His ear to hearken to my need, the wisdom of my God to teach, His hand to guide, His shield to ward, the word of God to give me speech, His heavenly host to be my guard. I bind unto myself today the power of the great Sabbath, and the sweet welcome in judgment hour, the service of the seraphim, confessors' faith myself today. The virtues of the starlit heaven, the glorious sun's life-giving ray, the whiteness of the moon at even, the flashing of the lightning free, the whirling winds, tempestuous storms, the stable earth, the deep salt sea around me, all eternal roads. Christ be with me, Christ within me, Christ behind me, Christ before me, Christ beside me, Christ to win me, Christ to comfort and restore me, Christ beneath me, Christ above, Christ in quiet, Christ in nature, Christ in heart, as love thee, Christ and love, the friend and stranger. I find unto myself today the strong name of the Trinity, by invocation of the same, the three in one and one in three, of whom all nature hath creation, eternal Father, Spirit, Word, grace to the Lord of my salvation. Salvation is of Christ the
Right, guys, so here we go this morning. Let's do a little bit of looking at Twitter and see what the craziness of Twitter is gonna teach us this morning. The crazy world of Twitter. You know what? Every time I do this, I kind of regret it because yeah, whenever sorry, every time I do this, I kind of regret it because you look at what you've actually what's actually going on in the country, and you start off feeling blessed and feeling positive, and then you go, oh my goodness, what am I doing? Phil, thank you very much for that, mate. Thanks very much. Again, just if Ian, if you're in the chat, let me know, mate. I need if you send me a couple of those songs on WeTransfer as MP4s, I'll be able to play them. I can't play MP3s on StreamYard. Okay, right. Let's crack on. Phil, thanks for that. So let's have a look at some of the delights of Twitter this morning. A lot of people talking about this. There's a hero and an anti-hero this morning, and I think the hero obviously is still Amelia. Now here's Bushra Sheikh, who calls herself scum of the earth. I wouldn't go so far about calling you scum of the earth, Bushra, but I know where you're coming from. I think you've got this thing for Iran. You want to support a genocidal regime. Strange that, because a few months ago you were claiming Israel was a genocidal regime, and now you're supporting a genocidal regime that's murdered at least 30,000 of their own citizens. So, Bushra, my advice to you, my dear, is if you really love Iran so much, get on the 5th. I don't think they're flying to Tehran at the minute because I think there's something going on down there. I don't think they're flying at the minute. But if they are flying, Bushy, girl, just go. Just go. Go, 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 go. Go to Iran and help them out. Help the mad mullahs in Iran that you support so much. I didn't know you were a Shia Muslim. I thought you were a Sunni, but maybe you are a Shia. Don't really care. We don't want your hatred here. We don't want your bigotry here. We don't want your anti-British, anti-Christian hatred. So I think you should do the right thing, Bushy, and bush off. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So this is another interesting one. Talking about people that have now. Ruth Davidson's a veteran. Don't know what she did in the military, but allegedly I think she was allegedly an army officer. Now, I shouldn't be unkind or unfair, but she does look this morning like she's been sucking a wasp. And this is her launching a new political movement with a guy called Andy Street. I don't know who Andy Street is. I don't know what he does. I've never heard of him. Just another failed Tory politician. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt and listen to what they've said with their new movement for the Conservative Party, focused on growth. Well, how original. They're focusing on growth. Let's listen to what Ruth's got to say. Haven't listened to this, so I don't know what's going to happen.
We believe that sound finances matter. We believe that enterprise matters. We believe that looking after taxpayers' money matters. We believe that opportunity matters, that education, job prospects, getting on the housing ladder for young people matters. We have to have an offering for the next generation so they know that they're growing up with a Britain that's on the up.
One thing to say to Ruth, just one thing to say to her. Ruth, stop the boats. That's what people are concerned about. That's what people are bothered about. Stop the boats. You see, that's the problem. The Conservative Party do not get... Everybody wants growth. Everyone wants all the things that she's talking about. Everybody wants cheap housing for young people. Everybody wants opportunities for young people. I've got children and grandchildren. We all want all those things. But going to get onto him in a minute, Phil. He's going to be another villain of the day. Shahid Butt. But. Shahid Butt. Oh my goodness. Lovely curry. Shahid Butt is lovely curry. Let's have a look. We'll have a look at Shahid Butt in 1 minute because Shahid is going to be the, you know, the way they have the, it's going to be heroes and villains. It's going to be heroes and villains. We've got the heroine in Amelia. It's a shame. It's actually a shame that the main heroine of our movement at the minute is an AI generated character. But hey ho, maybe she'll bring inspiration to some people. Oh, like I said there, this is the modern Conservative Party. I'd rather drink a bag of cold vomit than have anything to do with them. I don't want to drink a bag of cold vomit, and I know some people are having the breakfast. I don't really think about porridge and carrots or anything like that. I do. Oh my goodness, I'm make myself feel ill. It's getting bad when you're laughing at your own jokes. But yeah, I don't want anything to do with them. I do not want anything to do with the modern Conservative Party. I've never voted for the Conservatives, even though I've never voted for Labour because I've lived in Northern Ireland my whole voting life. But let me tell you, if I was in England, I would never, ever, ever vote for Labour or Conservative. I would never vote for the Green Party. I would never vote for the Liberal Democrat Party. Those parties are the ones responsible for the absolute chaos. And it's sad because 48, I think it's something like 45% of the voting population would still vote for some of these liberal, progressive, scummy parties. And I think it shows we've still got a massive job of work to do. Excuse me, guys. So yes, Phil, I'm gonna go and check out Shahid in a minute. We're gonna check out Shahid. Okay. Let's keep going. Good morning, Telford Tigger. So let's keep going. I love Twitter. I love the smell of Twitter in the morning. We're not going to talk about bags of cold sick anymore. Okay, so we're going to say goodbye to Ruth. Now, this is really serious. And this is Elon Musk absolutely 100% nailing it. But I don't know what's going on with Elon Musk. He's not going to see this show or my tweets anyway, no doubt. But Elon, there's a political party there, run by a man of principle. It's already a political party. It's registered with the Electoral Commission, run by a man of principle who wants to save the country. The policies that are being put forward, as we're going to see, are going to be absolutely fantastic. What I want to say to you Elon, I know you're not going to see this probably, but get behind Ben. Back Ben. Back Ben to the hilt. You know, throw a few million quid at Ben. Give him your support. Let's get Ben, you know, transatlantic Ben. Let's get Ben well known in the United States of America. Elon, you can do it. We need your help. I know Tommy's on your radar. Tommy's supporting Ben. Tommy's going to be at the policy launch on the 7th of February. So we need your help. We absolutely need your help. Anyway, guys, Elon retweeted this. Any government that puts the rights of fake asylum seekers above their own children being brutally raped or killed is psychotically evil and utterly illegitimate. And then you got Liz Truss, repeal the Human Rights Act, leave the refugee convention. And this is the headline in the paper. I'm not sure which paper it is. Girl 12 raped in park after being pursued by asylum seekers. How is that normal? How is that headline even normal? They're not asylum seekers. This is the thing about this. These people are not asylum seekers. They broke into this country and now they're raping our children. That's what's going on. Okay? And, you know, somebody sent me an email about being angry. I'm going to have a good look at it later. I haven't had a chance to read it properly. But I am angry about this. I'm very angry about this. Because the only thing that's going to work is mass deportations. Guys, no matter what happens, no matter what political party we get in power after the next election, we're in for a bumpy ride. Now, why I want Advance to be the political party that's in power, I believe they're the only party that will be able to sort this out in a moderate, peaceful fashion. But we do need mass deportations of these people. And it needs to go very deep. And we need to get Islamists out of the institutions. We cannot have, we're going to look at Shahid Butt in a minute. We cannot have Islamists in power in our country. This must be put in reverse. What's happened is groups like the Muslim Brotherhood, groups like Jamaat-e-Islami, the Muslim Council of Britain, what they are doing is they are getting their tentacles into every single part of the establishment. It's exactly what the left did with the Fabians. Right, it's exactly what IRA Sinn Féin have done in Northern Ireland. They get their tentacles of terror into every single part of the United Kingdom. Okay, and that's what Sinn Féin and the IRA did. Oh, there's that dreadful woman again. Let's have a little look at what Amelia said. I haven't watched this, guys. I haven't watched this.
You want a diverse society.
Let's have a listen to Amelia. See what she's got to say. I'm gonna get this full screen, guys, okay? Let's have a look.
You want a diverse society, that's well and good. But when Islam is allowed to be part of that diversity, then you may soon find, like so many did before you, it isn't very diverse at all. If you don't choose to stop this now, Englishman, you are choosing. You want a diverse society.
I'm going at the end of this, guys. At the end of this, okay, I must have frozen. Richard's mouth wasn't moving for a while, but okay again now. No, don't worry. If my mouth stops moving, I haven't had a stroke. Okay, it's just the internet connection. Now it should be okay because I'm going straight from the computer straight into the mains, so to speak. But oh dear, I'm gonna have a quick look at the comments here, guys. Yes, Richard, illegals, not asylum seekers. Illegals, not asylum seekers. I mean, that little video, that little Amelia video, I think is the most the rest of them have been sort of quite funny, but that is a powerful illustration of what's happening in our country. And the biggest fight we've got is against, let's just call it like we have to, radical Islam. My late friend Sam Solomon said to me, Richard, there is no radical Islam. There is no moderate Islam. There is only Islam. And Sam, apologies, if he's looking down from heaven, hopefully he'll be laughing at my dreadful impersonations of him. But Sam was a great man of God. He was a Christian. He was at one time a Sharia judge, and he converted to Christianity, was tortured escaped the country where he was a Sharia judge, and had a massive effect in the counter-jihad movement until he died. And he died very suddenly. I'm not going to go into how he died, but he died very suddenly. Great man, great man. And he said, we have to realize what we are fighting against. Okay, what is the context of these books? And we have been the British people, in fact, Western culture has been exposed to a massive psyop. And I believe the psyop is because of finance. I believe the money that's coming out of Qatar and coming out of Sandy, not talking about Greece, the money that's been coming out of Saudi, not Sandy, the money that's been coming out of Saudi has financed this massive psyop, this massive psychological warfare to make it, oh, well, there's a bad Islam, there's a good Islam. No, the text is the text. This book is based on text and traditions, like Christianity. It's based on the Quran, it's based on the Hadith, it's based on the Sunnah, it's based on the life of Muhammad. That's what we're looking at. And as somebody was saying, yes, I can't remember what it was I was watching. Oh, in fact, it was the Liam Tuff's interview with a guy I actually met at the last demo. He was staying in the hotel that we all stayed in the night before the last demo, and I spoke to him for a considerable amount of time. I didn't actually know who he was, to be honest with you. I just knew he was a mate of Tommy's. But very smart guy, very, very smart guy. And he, listen, watch that Liam Tuff's interview. The latest Liam Tuff's interview that he did with that guy that made the documentary about the EDL. I don't think the documentary ever went out. He interviewed Tommy, and he interviewed Anjem Chowdhury, and he came to it as a clean skin, 24 years old, smart guy, from the usual multicultural kind of background. And I strongly recommend that you have a look at that. I'm going to be promoting that video because it was, from what I've seen, I've got to watch it myself. I only watched little clips of it. But anyway, Sam Solomon would have said to me, Richard, there is only Islam. Not moderate, not extreme, it's just Islam. And obviously it's in whatever they're doing is in the text. Okay. I think, to be honest with you, KCHPs, I think there's probably a problem with your connection because nobody else said my mouth wasn't moving. No, I wouldn't want to go to China either. I would like Keir. I don't know if he's back from China. I would love Keir Starmer to have stayed in China, and maybe he's done a bit of time in one of their little camps that they've got for the Uyghur Muslims. Okay, a blind person can see that all Islam is dangerous. Moderate Muslims are just the cloak of respectability that real Islam hides behind until it's too late. I agree with that 100%. Julie, I think that's absolutely right. I think we've massive problems coming down the road. And we're going to look at this guy, the villain of the piece. There's Amelia, she's the heroine. And we'll have another look at Amelia before we go on to the... It's crazy that the only hope we have at the minute in the country is an AI girl with pink hair. Anyway.
They said it would be too expensive. Hello guys, Steffi and I have got something to say. Yes, we do. And I'm the one who's going to say it. Today, the Labour government rejected the WASPy women's claim for compensation. That's disappointing. What was the reason? They said it would be too expensive. My grandma is a WASPy woman and she is very upset with Labour. Oh no, why is that? Because when Labour were the opposition, they supported the WASPy women and now they don't. Seriously, that's so disappointing. Exactly. It's just not right. The Labour Party are just a bunch of lying, deceitful hypocrites that don't care about our elderly. I know, it's disgusting. Exactly. They just want our votes. All lies. Hello, guys.
There we go. Anyway, that's enough lightheartedness. We're gonna do a little bit of a feature on the villain of the week. That's what we'll have. We're going to have heroes and villains, heroines and villainesses. So the villain of the week is Shahid Butt. Without a shadow of a doubt, he is a despicable, disgusting, bigoted, hate-filled Islamist terrorist. I think that's pretty much, That's pretty much what he is, according to his convictions. He was convicted in Yemen for trying to blow up a church and I think the British embassy, okay? Or the British consulate. Great guy to have on your team if you're an Islamist, no doubt. So let's have a look. You need to be earning halal rizq and you need to be in that gym. Okay. So this, I think this was outside the Aston Villa ground. I think this was taken outside the Aston Villa ground, okay? Listen to this. Muslims are not pacifists. If someone comes our way, we will knock their teeth out. Great guy have representing you. Yeah, if you're an Islamist. Okay, let's have a little listen to what Shahid Butt is saying. Oh, goodness gracious. What is he even doing in our country? I don't care if he was born here. You need to be earning halal rizq and you need to be in that gym, doing that MMA, doing that boxing, lifting those weights, strengthening yourselves. What is that thing next to him? That guy next to him looks like a cross between Mr. Tumnus from The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe and an orc. In fact, they are both orcs. These two creatures are both orcs. We just need Arrogant to come along and sort them out. These two creatures are orcs. Listen to them. Look at the guy behind him. He doesn't look like he's boxed his way out of a paper bag, the one on the little Mr. Tumnus. But anyway, let me know in the comments if you know who Mr. Tumnus is. Just let me know if you know who I'm talking about when I'm saying about Mr. Tumnus. He was a little fawn from The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. So that if anyone comes into your face, remember, Muslims are not pacifists. If somebody comes into your face, you knock his teeth out. That's my message to them. If he has any teeth. If they have teeth. Okay, so like Brother Shahid said, and to sort of add on to it, build your connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Most importantly, observe your salawat, observe your prayers. Keep your tongue moist with the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This awakening ain't gonna... Get it out. I want it out. I want it gone. I want all this gone. I don't want any of this in this country anymore. Sorry, guys. Just realised I didn't flip back to the to what we need to be looking at. Let me get myself out of there. I'm going to play this again. It got me that annoyed that. Right, I'm going to have to play this again, guys. Okay. So there's Mr. Tumnus and there's Shahid Butt. So let's have a go. What he's got to say. You need to be in that gym, doing that MMA, doing that boxing, lifting those weights, strengthening yourselves up so that if anyone comes into your face, remember, Muslims are not pacifists. If somebody comes into your face, you knock his teeth out. That's my message to them. If he has any teeth. If they have teeth. Okay, so like Brother Shahid said, and to sort of add on to it, build your connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Most importantly, observe your salawat, observe your prayers. Keep your tongue moist with the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This awakening ain't going to come by these protests. Let's be frank. Yeah. It's to build your spiritual connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to act upon the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Put that in front of your mind. We see many people who look up to their role models, and our role model is the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So let's keep that connection, and victory will come. Wallah al-azim. It will come, but it requires sacrifice, it requires patience, and it requires persistence. And that's my last message. So Brother Shahid, Allah yubarik feek. Until next time, wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina. Now, guys, if we don't look at that, now let me know if there's any. Yeah, exactly, totally, Sheila. Mr. Tumnus from The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I'm telling you, good. At least someone gets it. This is I want to check why my connection's freezing a little bit at the minute. This is very, very, very serious. These people are vile, violent, and they are enabled. If one of us said that, we'd be locked up. Absolutely. I mean, that guy is inciting violence. I tell you what, if you've just watched Shahid Butt, knock his teeth out. Islam isn't pacifist. Knock his teeth out. This guy's a convicted terrorist in Yemen. He was convicted in Yemen of terrorist offences. Simple as, right? And he's standing as a local councillor in Birmingham, right? Now, you've got to listen to some of the stuff he's saying, okay? Look at what, they're calling their podcast Suffragette because they're misogynistic, hate-filled bigots and they hate women. Islam hates women. If you're a woman, right, and you're thinking of converting to Islam, Muhammad hated women. Look at the way he treated them. He was a paedophile. He took women at his will and raped them. That's what we're dealing with here. Oh, man. Let's have another listen to the villain of the day.
Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, do not take the Jews or Christians as your friends and protectors. People say, oh, what you say, we can't make friends. You understand the verse, understand the context. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you that these people, the disbelievers, will never be satisfied with you. No matter.
You better believe it, fella. You know, he's got that right. He's absolutely got. We've got to realize that this is Islam. This is not fringe Islam. This is Islam. We've got to realize this, guys. We've got to realize what is in our midst and the problems that it's causing. beardy weirdies. They are beardy weirdies, but the frightening thing is they're beardy weirdies with increasing power. While Rupert Lowe, what's Rupert Lowe? Do you know what? I'm angry. I must say I'm angry with Rupert Lowe. A great invite was put out by Ben. A very genuine invite was put out by Ben. Obviously, Ben and Rupert are never going to rejoin Reform. They're never going to get involved in Reform, and they can't because of the problems with Farage. And Rupert had an opportunity to actually bring this movement together. And everyone's saying, oh, you've got to unite, everybody's got to put their egos down. No, Rupert was offered a position by Ben in advance, right? Why hasn't he responded? Why has he gone complete? Why is it just tumbleweed, blowing across Rupert's social media when it comes to this invite? Does he think it's a good idea to set up another party? Because the movement ain't going to work, Rupert. Bringing the Conservatives, Reform, and everybody else together ain't going to work, because the Conservatives are part of the problem. Now Reform has showed that they are part of the problem as well, because what they're doing is recruiting people from the failed Conservative Party. That's all they're doing. Okay, so Rupert, come across, join Ben. We need people standing together. I believe that Advance there's going to be an absolutely there's going to be an absolute political earthquake in this country, and I believe Advance are going to come through. Hopefully for 2029, but we've got some massive problems. Some massive problems. Okay. Just wait for the reparations. They will all want 40 camels each. 20 must be pregnant. Oh, guys. Let's just listen to this garbage from this absolute savage.
No matter how much you bend over for them, they will never ever be satisfied. So stick.
And I think what we've got to realize about this piece of garbage, right? He's one of the most prominent Islamists in the UK. That's what we've got to realize about this absolute piece of garbage. He is not some fringe figure. He is an extremely. They all look up to him because he's a hero. Because I was going to go out and blow up a church in Yemen, But I've learned from my ways. Now I just want to knock people's teeth out. Why is he even in this country? Why is he not in prison for life? Oh, guys, tell you what, it's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. So looking through the comments here. Yeah, he was killed by a Jewish woman who poisoned him after he raped her. Yep, that's correct. The problem is, Claire, there's already loads of these people in power. There's loads of these. We've got 6 of them in Parliament. Six Gaza MPs. We now have representation for Khan Yunis, different parts of the Gaza Strip, the border crossings. We've got representation in our Parliament for those areas, because those guys might as well they might as well have taken a little geographical area of the Gaza Strip and said that's what we're going to stand for. Because they're not standing for UK politics. People have got to realise the horror story that our country is about to be plunged into. And I've been banging the drum on this since 1998. First time I publicly spoke about the threat of Islam was 1998. And I was going to use the Bob Monkhouse line. They all laughed at me. They didn't laugh. They just looked at me like I had two heads. But they might as well have laughed at me. Well, they're not laughing now, and nobody's laughing now. Tish, I haven't got a clue, to be honest with you. I mean, people come and go in parties. Richie's not left Advance as far as I know. Paul Burgess, I haven't got a clue what's happened, and it's not. To be honest with you, I've got loads of stuff to be getting on with to get into that sort of that sort of stuff. I generally don't know what's happened, but I'm not a man of violence, but feel the blood start to boil and watch this. Gary, you're absolutely right, brother. You're absolutely right. I hate violence. I genuinely hate violence, but I don't know how we get out of this peacefully. Because these people have to go. They have to be deported out of our country. We can't have them in the country anymore. It's quite obvious. It's us or them. It's as simple as that. It's coming to that. And there has to be. We need a government that will do the right thing and get rid of these people out of the country. Yeah, that's what we need. Okay, let's continue on with the Twitter storm. So I'll just finish playing this piece.
With your deen, stick with the Muslims, and for good or for worse, hold your ground. Yep.
Do you know, I'm not. I know I'm not meant to hate anybody, but I despise this creature. I absolutely despise him. He is probably the most evil man that I have seen in standing for. I mean, it's literally like Anjem Chowdhury standing for political office. That's what it's like. It's like Anjem Chowdhury. My mum taught me, don't start a fight, but if it comes your way, fight for your life. Absolutely 100% right. I can't believe what's happening to our beautiful country. It's like a nightmare. Alan, it is. It's absolutely horrific, this, brother. It's absolutely horrific. And you look very good. Is that an SMG you got there? I can't see that picture too well. It looks like you're sitting there with an SMG. But we can all help getting Advance out there. College members have a role to play. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely right. At the end of the day, if someone's going to leave Advance for their own personal reasons, there is no policy problems with Advance. It's from looking at what Paul Burgess decided to do. It doesn't seem like it was based around policy. It seems like it's based around him not getting his own way, to be brutally honest with you. Now, I don't know because I'm not privy to the conversations, but they thrive on hate and pain, no love with it. No, this is the problem. No love lives within them. Absolutely. Exactly. The Conservatives have allowed this to happen. The Labour Party's allowed this to happen. The Lib Dems have allowed this to happen. The Greens are actually actively recruiting these people to their party, right? Reform are recruiting Muslims to their party actively. And to me, Advance is the only way out of this. It's absolutely only the way out of this. And you better believe that Ben gets these problems. He understands these problems. Oh, dear. Oh, absolutely, Claire. They're coming. They ain't stopping. They ain't stopping. No, they don't love Britain. They want to destroy Britain. They want to turn Britain into Iraq or Afghanistan. That's what they want to do. Let's listen to this guy. This guy's a little Christian rapper.
Had a call with a Muslim, told me Allah they won't make fun of on TV. They're too afraid of backlash to the name Jesus. They will laugh at, believe me. Satan's plan is to aim jokes at the truth, fully knowing it's true. So we all see Christians being made as a joke. They're calling us fake woke, but we far from. See, I won't be like the industry from the fact. I'm missing Jesus and the girls the money set to react. Pushing out other rappers and figures that glorify to put images to the one that will copy and run it back. This generation loves hashtags. When I was flicking on Instagram, willing to backstab. Bunny the bunny came in a hurry with chat chats. Selfie desires up in the school like a soundtrack. I was still smoking the hallelujah. Who? I know pride, I wish I met him sooner. Who? Knew I would they came across the picture. Who I did go in the trust them on the many like a ruler. A ruler? The reason in my spirit opposite or mom told me. I had to watch it when you bring in your brothers, but nowadays X Factor is more seen. Judging sinners than praising the Lord to proceed. You see it? I'm seeing it but won't believe in it. Mommy can't pay your rent so illegal way there's not dealing it. Feeling as if there's no other option other than killing them. Used to be colonizing the black and black getting rid of rock. This cool. Had a call with a Muslim.
I love that. Hopefully, I don't know, but it wouldn't be great. It'd be great to look. I want to see Amelia on the stage at the next Tommy Robinson rally. I want to see this guy on the stage at the next Tommy Robinson rally as well. He seems absolutely fantastic. So, okay. Oh, there's that absolute. Oh, I'm just not even going to say it. We saw that yesterday. Mohammed Hijab, dreadful, dreadful man. Ben Habib, our London event is sold out. Over 900 tickets sold and people on a waiting list. Isn't that fantastic news? That shows there is massive, absolutely massive support for Advance in the UK. Absolutely massive support for Advance in the UK. So let's just hope that this all goes well, guys. I'm gonna leave it there with the Twitter thing, because I know it winds me up, and I say loads of stuff that that I know is kind of putting me very much in the danger zone when it comes to getting hate speech laws and all that sort of stuff. But they are demonic. This is the point, Gunnar. They are demonic. These people are actually demon possessed. That's the problem. They are worshipping Satan. They are Satanists. It's as simple as that. They are Satanists. Okay. Why are we still? Why are we letting them still live in our country, John? I don't know, mate. I don't know. Tory and Labour are traitors. That I believe that China, Saudi, Qatar, and these probably Turkey, these nations, probably Russia as well. These nations that are enemies of the UK and the European Union, which I count as an enemy state, and the European Union, are paying traitors in the civil service and in the British government, and have been for years, to sell our country out. And we can see where they all worked when they left power, going round the world promoting China's interests. And I'm not going to name them, but people know exactly who I'm talking about. Labour and Conservative MPs have had their necks in the noose on this. Okay. Yeah, these people have data. Do you know what? It's disgusting. It's disgusting that this is happening to our country. And if you're a veteran, if you're a veteran, right? If you're an army veteran, grow a pair, okay? I'm sick of veterans. When I first started doing this, it was like, oh, Richard, you're an Islamophobe. You're always picking on Muslims. Do you know what, Richard? There's a guy, and he's a really good friend of mine, and he's a Muslim, and he cuts my hair, and he's a lovely fella. I'm sure he is. And see the lads down in the kebab shop. They're great lads as well. Don't be picking on the Muslims all the time. I'm not picking on the Muslims. I'm not picking on individual people. What I've been doing for over 20 years is highlighting that there's a big problem with Islam. Okay? There's a big problem with Islam. There's a big problem with what's in the text. There's a big problem with what Muhammad did in his life, allegedly, if he was real, which I think he was. There's all these people saying, oh, Muhammad wasn't real. Well, I think Muhammad was real, and I think he was an evil, satanic, demon-possessed false prophet. Okay? That's what I think. And he's led billions astray. Shahid Butt would probably be an upstanding, nice guy if he was a Presbyterian or a Roman Catholic or a Methodist. Okay? He wouldn't be talking about punching people in the teeth and knocking the teeth out and hating Jews and Christians, which he's basically saying in his videos. He's saying that because of Islam. Because that's the satanic influence in his life. And we have brought that in by the millions. So if you're a veteran, grow a pair. Stop saying it's not about religion, right? If you're a veteran, stop all the BS. It's not about religion. It is about religion. It's 100% about religion. And if you can't wake up and smell the coffee, you shouldn't be in this game, okay? Because it is a religious situation that we're facing. It's a spiritual conflict. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So veterans, stop pussyfooting about with this. And start realising what this battle is. Because it doesn't matter what you've done in your service, right? What I did in my service doesn't matter now. What matters is what we do now and what we do next. Okay? And we need to stand for Christ. We need to stand for what is right. And we need to stand against what is evil. That's what we need to do. And that takes courage and it takes conviction. So stop being mealy-mouthed. Because this conflict is a religious conflict. Whether you like it or not. That's what we're in. Okay? That's what we're in. Oh, Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that, Ian. 100%, brother. And brother, I don't know if you got my message earlier that I was putting in the thing, Ian. The files you sent me, the MP3s, StreamYard doesn't play MP3s. If you can send me them on WeTransfer through that email address, the Proton email address, send me them on WeTransfer as MP4s, because you can change them to MP4s in the paid version of Suno, okay? Or change them into MP4s on your computer, just with the words or something, whatever. But if you send me them that way, then I can play them and once I get the MP4s in, I will play them, okay? But let me know when you've sent them as well, yeah? So, anyway, guys, that was just a bit of a rant. So every now and then I need to have a rant because I get so wound up about things, okay? Yeah. Well, 40 Pants, you're a veteran. There's a lot of veterans I know that believe, if you're a veteran that agrees with me that we are in the middle of a religious conflict, right? A global religious conflict. And we've got three enemies. We've got the Islamists, we've got the communists, we've got the globalists, right? They're the three enemies that we face. And the fascists, let's get it right, the racist, ethno-nat far right as well. We need to realize what we're up against here, you know? We really need to realize what we're up against. Thanks, Gunnar. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Okay, guys. Right, listen. I'm gonna bug out here. No, I'm not actually. I'm gonna play this.
Those heroes brave and bold, where are the men who bled and died in foreign wars untold? The men who conquered all and stood for faith and love, the men who looked to guidance from the Father up above. Where are the men of England, the heroes brave and bold, the men who stood for faith and truth, whose honor wasn't sold? When rape had so depraved, took the daughters of our nation, who forever they enslaved. What of the men of England that looked the other way? They took the country shilling, they never made their play. Where are the men of England, the heroes brave and bold, the men who stood for faith and truth, whose honor wasn't sold? And vice squad, they all seem quite amused, as at the hands of rape gangs our daughters were abused. The politicians blamed the lads who stood up one and all, but most of all blamed Tommy, who always took the fall. Where are the men of England, the heroes brave and bold, the men who stood for faith and truth, whose honor wasn't sold? For now we all must stand. The future of our children is still within your hand. The future not yet written for this green and pleasant land. The future of our children is still within your hand. The future not yet written for this green and pleasant land.
This morning, my friends, I asked a question. This morning. I said, where are the men of England? You're here! You're here! You're here!
And on that note, guys, have an amazing weekend. I, you know, do you know, whenever I do these videos and I get really annoyed, yeah, Sam Shamoon is really good. Sam Solomon was in a different league though, guys. Sam Solomon was in a different league. He was a great man, a great man, a great man of God, and he'd come out of Islam, and that's why Shahid Butt, right? If Shahid Butt fell down on his face and converted to Christianity, I would give that man a hug and say, welcome, brother, welcome to the kingdom of light. But this is a battle between light and darkness, and I say it again, I'm going to call out the veterans. I'm a veteran. If you don't realize that this battle is religious, and you don't realize that everything that you fought and your friends died for and my friends died for is at stake here because of that religion and because of the communists and because of the globalists, then I just want to know, veterans, what are you doing? What are you doing? Veterans, this is the time to really fight. And I'm not in any way disparaging what we did in Northern Ireland. I didn't serve in Iraq or Afghanistan, but I'm not disparaging what people did in Iraq and Afghanistan. But this battle, this is the fight for our nation. This is the fight for our land. And at the minute, it's a spiritual and political fight. But I believe there will come a time when it will be a physical fight. I don't think there's any way of avoiding that, unfortunately. Sadly, even if we win the next election, there will be massive conflict and upheaval as we try to do what's right and start deporting the criminals and the drug dealing, murdering, rape gangs and the terrorist sympathizers and the terror suspects. They all have to go, okay? And they have to be deported to make our country safe. And people like Shahid Butt have to be put in prison, in my opinion. And I know, you say, well, you're, into freedom. I am into freedom, but freedom's threatened. And freedom is threatened by this ideology, this disgusting ideology. And sooner or later, people are going to realize that the two cannot live together. One will win or one will lose. And, slowly, they're pushing to do it slowly through political means. Okay? But that has to be stopped because they're abusing the political system. So we do need Ben to lead us. Yeah, the Advanced UK event's going to be live streamed. I'll be hibernating on the day so no one can distract me. Well, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at the event. So I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. So guys, I'm going to go. God bless every single one of you. Thanks so much for spending an hour with me this morning. Man, we're in the battle of our lives. We're in the battle of our lives. And we've got to just keep on going. So yeah, see you all later, guys. How did it come to this? Indeed, how did it come to this? Okay, guys, gonna go.